Another update of the Itaewon Halloween crush, and this is when the death numbers have increased to 153, and even more, which reaches 155. According to the Korean news. And this was the largest shocker for Korean community worldwide. And even some people in a nearby club in Itaewon, which we hear from Lee Dae-eum, who is 25 years old. So she was at a nearby club when she was like, "How could this happen?" While she was in the club, and she heard the commotion outside, and noticed outside it was all getting all crowded, and she was one of the. Luckily, she was one of the ones who arrived very early for the Halloween celebration. So she had, went over to Itaewon to celebrate the event, and she had heard about an accident, and because of she saw the like large surge of like the massive crowd, and then her mom called her and texted her if she was okay, and she had saw her mother had saw the news as well, and while Lee Dae-eum was one of the lucky citizens of who were in Itaewon at the time of the Halloween yeah, festival. And unfortunately, we're seeing the numbers of 103 people have been injured, but that number, if you check with Korean news, KBS, SBS, NBC, they will say the numbers are much higher, and and of course, at least 19 people who are foreigners who have been who flew in from other countries. That includes USA, Uzbekistan, China, Norway, and there are other people. Yeah, yeah. Foreigners, they love visiting the Itaewon district of the capital city of South Korea, and grab a drink and eat some chicken or some other thing that you could have a bite with. Socialites, being a social district of the city. And there has been questioning that it's because of maybe it's because of the coronavirus pandemic, some mandates were lifted, that there's a lot of people that they could just show up, and there were no mask requirements, and you could show up or dress up in a costume. Which, although many South Koreans do wear masks, but what happened? So many are in critical condition, and a lot of people are in hospitals right now. And we also heard from and then some of the countries who have been in touch with the Korean embassy, which USA and Australia has been doing, and to figure out, are these people from our countries, were they one of the victims who have died, or were they injured or in critical condition? And of course, we heard two American citizens were passed away, and apparently, according to the U.S. Embassy over in Seoul, and we checked with the University of Kentucky. And one of their students, and yes, who was a third year nursing student from northern Kentucky. So she was studying abroad in South Korea. And according to the university president, Eli Hapiluto, who had announced it this weekend. So, and the Yongsan Fire Department has reported people who showed up from international foreign countries. We list people from China, Iran, France, Vietnam, Uzbekistan, Norway, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Austria, and Kazakhstan. And and of the injured, 23 are in critical condition, while 79 have less severe. And most of them were teenagers in their 20s, according to the chief firefighter, no, Choi Song Bom. Although they're still trying to identify some foreign nationals and teenagers under 17 who did not yet have an identification cards. Although we did identify 90% of the victims by midday Sunday, Korean Standard Time. And while President Yoon Suk Yeol had declared a period of mourning, and also had people launch an investigation, and they're still looking into it. And while this accident that happened in Itaewon, which people had they were too hyped up about Halloween, about a foreign holiday, and fortunately this happened, and so many events, even concerts and events, they have been canceled, or and only a few of them have been possibly postponed. So for some time in the first or second week of November, so maybe third. And well, this was like one incident that there has been in South Korea. There has been back in April 2014. There has been 300 people who have died because of no, when a ferry sank in Seoul, and most of them were high school students on that ferry ship. So yeah, that was probably one of the worst ones. And again, these other countries, people all the way from European countries, the Middle East, Central Asia, and other Asian countries, you know, who only the students who are studied abroad in countries like USA and Canada, which they do celebrate the Halloween. Since Itaewon is kind of like a hot spot for Halloween celebration, and of course, Halloween is also an imported thing to celebrate every weekend, where Halloween is officially happens. But people just got out of control, and unfortunately, we'll have to give out our condolences to the families affected. And people should not let their guard down. And that's probably the worst thing that ever happened. And it just makes the South Koreans who participated in this makes us look bad. So our prayers go out to all the families and people affected, and hopefully the numbers they do not rise up. And hopefully next year, if when they do another Halloween festival, citizens of Seoul and also people, foreigners, also be careful and don't get too out of control, because they got too hyped up, and this is what happened. It was their mistake, and fortunately we lost a lot of lives. It was probably the worst Halloween, and not just because of a coronavirus, but. And even now, if now foreigners who are just showed up to the event early, even if they noticed, they had friends who had, or people they knew were people from the same country as them, we should not make mistakes like these ever again. And especially if it's a holiday or a celebration that is not originated from your country. Happy Halloween.